This is In Demand. I'm Romeo, and on the show tonight, one of our first guests of 2011, it's Adele. Hey.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Happy New Year. Is it okay to say that second weekend
I'll
of
say
January?
it for the whole of January.
Right,
so.
okay, so you don't miss
Happy
anyone
New
out.
Year to you too.
Right, that's cool. And was it a good one for you?
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was quite tragic towards the end. I fell down the hill and got mud all over me, and I was trying to impress someone, so it was pretty heartbreaking. But apart from that, brilliant.
Right, so who were you trying to impress?
Some random guy.
A random in the park?
No, not completely random,
Right.
just an anonymous person.
Right, so you're in a park trying to impress an anonymous person. Is there not a name for that? No?
Well, I'm not going to give his name out, no.
No, I mean for trying to impress. Anyway, right, I'm going down a different route in this park than what you are, Adele. You don't
Oh my God, no, we were watching the fireworks. I'm not George Michael.
Let's go outside. And you didn't hurt yourself, no?
Oh, no, I did, but luckily I was drunk. I couldn't feel the pain.
Right, okay. I would say always the best way, but I don't want to encourage that sort of behaviour.
I'm not encouraging it, but it was New Year's Eve, so go for it.
Okay, right, well, you've got an excuse then. Do you remember any of the fireworks?
Yeah, they were beautiful. They were really. I've never seen, like, we were on this little hill in South London in New Cross, me and all my friends, and some friends who I haven't seen for like 5 years. It was amazing, and we could see all the fireworks of London. It was incredible. Really, really, really pretty.
And what about Christmas? Was it time with the family?
Yeah, my nan came up from Wales, and I had some friends with me who are from New Zealand and spend every Christmas with me. And I got a bit emotional in the kitchen because I cooked the dinner for the first time, and I mistimed everything towards the end, so I had a little cry in the kitchen just before I served dinner.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it was lovely, really chilled out, really nice.
Did the cry make the burnt food taste any better?
Absolutely. Blood, sweat and tears.
Let's get some gravy on, some cranberry sauce, you won't
Yeah.
taste it. And I'm hearing there's a new man for the new year.
Where did you read that? In the Sun?
Well, on Twitter.
I'm
and
not
then
being funny, but they are full of right? Not even lying. They took it from an interview that I did with a Lincolnshire newspaper in Louth the other night, and you should have seen the way I said it. I mean, there is a man in my life, but the engagement thing, the way I said that, she was like, "Have you got any New Year's resolutions?" And I was like, "Well, I'd like to try and think I can give up smoking this year, like I always say."
Mm-hmm.
And I'd love to get engaged, but I'm not gonna. It's just you know what annoys me as well is Gordon's smart. I know Gordon's smart, and he knows what I'm like, and he knows that I would not have been serious when I said that.
How did you? I don't know how you got from giving up smoking to getting engaged.
No, because I was just trying to make her laugh.
Oh, right,
you know?
okay.
I just put my foot in it so many times. I'm just going to stop talking now.
No, don't.
I'm never going to give a good interview again in my life after this.
Don't stop talking. But there is an interest.
Yeah, but there's not, because no one cares. I'm never in Closer magazine. You know? Never.
Is that one of your New Year's resolutions, to get into Closer?
Yeah, absolutely. Never.
Hey, you can't be a bit closer in your life just to
I like
read.
reading them, but I'd kill myself if I was in them.
So what are you going to do less of? And forget New Year's resolutions. I'm going to do more of this. What are you going to do less of in 2011?
I'm gonna be less honest in my interviews, and I'm gonna try and I'm just gonna try and just talk about my music only.
Okay, you're going to try.
I'm gonna try.
And you're going to try and smoke less.
I try, yeah, but I mean, it's an excuse for a break, isn't it? Again, I'm not encouraging it, guys. Okay, it's just nice to have 4 minutes every now and then to yourself.
Well, there we go. There's no engagement plans for 2011. You're just going to give.
And yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the only guy in my life is my male dog, Louis.
Oh, what kind of dog is
Literally.
Louis?
Sausage dog.
Right. Have you ever tripped over him?
Yeah, a few times. Yeah.
Have you injured yourself or him?
No, but I almost just pulled his little nail out, bless him, because I've got this weird jumper on and his little claw got caught in it and I almost pulled it off, but he seems fine. He's just sniffing around for a poo.
But nice. Well, listen, let's talk about the album and the single. We'll do that next here on In Demand. This is In Demand. Adele on the show with us. Welcome back, Adele.
Thank you.
We've got the dog here. We've got everything. We're all good to go. Now, I'm really excited about this brand new album. Which is out towards the end of this month. Reading so many great reviews about it as well. I've not heard it yet, but just from reading about it, it's going to be a big one. 24th of January, it's out, and you've been out in the States working on this.
Yeah, I did half of it in the States, half of it in West London.
Okay, and whereabouts in the States were you?
Malibu.
Ah, wow. Nice.
Yeah, but I was a typical Brit abroad. I was bright red like a lobster within the first few hours. I got sunburned straight away. Overcast means you can't get burned every single time it gets me.
And how many days did it take you to find the nearest British pub with steak pie? And
you know
good
what?
pint?
Malibu is dry. Oh my days. It's right. Honestly, right. everyone is so rich, they don't even need to leave their house. They've got everything comes to them, and they've got like assistants, and they have shoppers and all that. I didn't make any friends. This is when I wasn't in the studio. In the studio, it was incredible. I'm not Rick Rubin and the band. It was phenomenal. But we only worked 5 days a week on the record, and then I was hoping to find a little nice cafe or something. Go and get a butty, go and get a nice coffee or something in the mornings. No, nothing's within walking distance. So you shouldn't go to Malibu unless you're Barbra Streisand. Honestly,
so what did you do?
Nothing. I just sat in this little house that someone convinced me to rent. Should have stayed in a hotel. I could have gone or pretended to go to the gym.
Or called room service.
Exactly. Well, I know, I like cooking, so I'm glad I have my own little kitchen.
There you go, a little Malibu kitchen. Now, you mentioned Rick Rubin, who's who's worked on this album with you, and Ryan Tedder as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, me and Ryan did a few co-writes together.
Wow, from One Republic. He's been a busy boy. It's quite an interesting pairing, if you like, between yourself and Ryan Tedder.
Yeah, absolutely. I met Ryan before me and Rick decided to do some stuff together, and it was really funny how we met actually, because for ages I kept saying and I love One Republic and I love Bleeding Love, that when Leona came out with that, and I remember saying to everyone, I hope one day I could get to just see what it's like to write with him and what it's like to write with someone who just churns out these international mega hits, just because I've never worked with anyone like that. And then on the night before the Grammys, I was in an elevator with about 200 balloons and no one could fit in, and then he just heard my laugh and came in and started popping the balloons, and then we were like, oh my God, we've got to work together, this is amazing, meeting each other like this. And then so I don't know if Rick would have encouraged me to go and write with him if I hadn't already said to Ryan, we've got to work together. I don't know, but we did this song together called Rumour Has It, which sounds nothing like a Ryan Tedder production. It's incredible.
The inspiration behind this album is partly to do with your ex, is that correct?
Fully, not partly.
Fully, right? Okay. Yeah. Now, Rolling in the Deep. Is this when you feel a breakup coming on, or when you have to think, right? No, wait a minute. You've kind of taken it too far here. I ain't standing for this anymore.
It's based on the very last conversation / argument we had.
Right. Okay.
It's sort of word vomit. You know, when you hate someone so much at a certain moment in time, you wish they just dropped dead. It was like that. It's like word vomit.
Well, word vomit. That's that could sound like a pretty harsh definition of the track. I think this is a stunning, soulful track. I love this.
But I mean, like the lyrics. It's kind of like the next morning. It's like you know when you send like a drunk text, or like when it's like one. Then the next morning you're like, oh my God, and then you delete it. Like what you can't see never happened. It's kind of like that. Rolling in the Deep, which is now going to exist forever.
Or whenever you've sent that drunken text, next day you're rolling in the shit.
I know, it's so awful. I did that on New Year's Day. I kept checking my phone log. I was, oh my gosh, but luckily I didn't call anyone.
Oh well, that's good, because you'd rolled down the hill.
Rolled down the hill, got home and listened to Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor.
Oh, that's a perfect hill rolling mending song.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get on Rolling in the Deep in a moment. So before we play that, Adele, it's time to take my round of randomness, a general knowledge quiz. One of the first round of randomnesses of 2011. So
I've got to set the bar, yeah?
Yep, so let's see how you got on. You ready?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'm ready.
And now, Romeo's round of randomness.
Yeah, oh gosh, yes, I can feel the pressure as well, Adele. Oh, it's getting warm in here with all this pressure. It's steamy. Right, here we go. We'll put 30 seconds on the clock, Adele.
Oh, okay, I've got to be quick as well.
Yeah, you've got to be quick and try and get as many. It's random questions on yourself and other general knowledge subjects. Adele, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Time starts now. Can you say the name of this quiz?
A quiz.
Your new album's called 21. What did you do for your 21st birthday?
Played a show in New York.
On what day of the week did Christmas fall in 2010? Christmas Day.
Saturday.
If you were a cake, what cake would you be?
A hummingbird red velvet cake.
What's the capital of Hungary?
Budapest.
What's 12 times 12?
Oh, God. Oh, God. 1. No, 142.
One of your middle names in blue. But what's your favourite colour?
Green. I didn't do very well then.
I'm going to give you that point because I said one of your middle names in blue. I don't know what I say there. I'll give you that point anyway. Right, we got through 7 questions. Not a bad score, Adele. Well seen, I'm feeling generous because it's the start of the year. You got 5 out of 7. Okay. 12 times 12, you said 142. It's 144. And the name of this quiz is Romeo's Round of Randomness.
Oh, you just said that, didn't you?
Yeah, I said it, then a little dude said it.
I crumbled, I'm sorry.
Oh, see, the pressure got to you. Well, listen, Adele, thank you for coming on the show tonight. Great to chat to you.
Thank you.
And we'll be hearing lots of you in 2011. It's going to be a big year for you. Let's get on the brand new single. It's a stunning track. Please introduce it here on In Demand.
Hi, I'm Adele, and this is